What's up guys, welcome to the DIY Tuners. My name's Steve and today we're going to do the first video in the New Tool Tuesday series. So the idea is that every time we get a tool we will record a little video to show you what we've got and why we've picked that specific brand. So today we've got R-Tech MIG 180. We've picked R-Tech because I've been using their TIG welder now for coming on 3 years and it's never missed a beat. The customer service is second to none. So we ordered this at about 3 PM on a Thursday. Friday 10 AM it turned up at my house. So you just can't ask for more than that. And also we're UK based, R-Tech are UK based, and you can just phone up, spares, the warranty, they pay to get it couriered back to them, they will fix it and send it straight back to you. And I've even known sometimes if you're a professional doing it as a job, then they have sent out a replacement welder so you can carry on welding while yours gets repaired. So let's open the box and see what we've got. Okay, so what's in the box is the MIG welder itself, then you got gas regulator for your bottle, gas hose to connect to that, tips you have to buy extra, obviously they're just consumables, and also the wire itself, the plug, so you can spec which plug you want. This is a 13 amp, just standard 3-pin, so you can only weld up to 160 amps on that. If you wanted to go all the way up to 180, which this welder does, then you will need to specify the 16 amp plug, but obviously not a lot of people have that certain connection, so we just went with the 13 amp. Then you got an earth lead and the MIG torch, which is just a Euro style connection which goes down here, which meaning you can use any brand MIG torch as long as it's a Euro connection and it'll just plug straight in there. The only thing you would have to buy extra is obviously wire, because that's a consumable, and your gas bottle. I just rent my bottle from Gas Direct, got a good price off that. I used to pay where I owned the bottle, but it didn't make sense. It was costing 3 times as much every time I got a bottle, and as I started welding more and more, it was just costing ridiculous amounts. So it's a lot cheaper just to rent it, pay £5 a month for the bottle, and then I think it's about 25 quid every time I top it up. So let's have a look at the front of the welder. Alright, so on the front, this main one here is where the torch goes, even though I just pointed at this one, but I was stood behind it. So yeah, the Euro torch goes in here, and then this plug would be for a spool gun. So if you wanted to weld aluminium with a MIG, use a spool gun, and that holds the wire in the gun, because you have issues if you're trying to feed aluminium wire all the way from the MIG itself through the cable to the end of the torch. So it's got a spool gun option, obviously on and off on the spool gun. This is for if you want to do MIG or stick welding. There's stick as well, and then you got your voltage, your wire speed, and this is if you're doing your stick welding. Okay, so now we've had a look at it, we're just going to set it up, put the plug on, connect the gas bottle, plug all the leads in, fire it up, and we'll do some practice welding. I made this ages ago to practice some TIG welding, but never got around to it, too busy. So we'll use it to do some MIG on, just open corners, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we've moved it over to this bench. It's got a metal piece on the top so we don't set fire to it. Wires in. We've got 0.6mm wire, so we had to change out this roller. The roller just comes out and flips around if you're using 0.8 or 0.6. So wires in, gas bottles connected, leads are on, plugs on. We'll get the little cube here now and we'll have a go at welding it. I've not done MIG for about 10 years, so try not to roast me too hard in the comments, but let's see how it goes. Okay, so that is my first weld. Literally since turning the machine on, if the camera will focus on it, which pretty happy with that. I'm going to play around with the gas settings and the wire feed and voltage. I'll have a little play around and then show you if we can get it looking any better. Right, so this is the second weld, although I forgot to press record, so you want to see me do it. I've just turned up the gas, probably at 16 litres per minute on the gas. Voltage wise, we're just less than halfway, and the same again with wire speed. And I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest with you, for my second weld at MIG in the last 10 years. I know I've been doing a fair bit of TIG, so it's nice to get on the MIG, but yeah, pretty happy with that. And this one is the third and final weld for today. I turned the gas down a little bit from this one, and you always want to obviously not pump too much gas into it, but that you're pumping enough into it, it's still going to keep the weld clean enough. So pretty happy with that, straight out of the box. Alright, so I've just given them a little clean up on the wire wheel, and I think this one on this side is the best weld, to be honest, and that is the one we did at 16 litres per minute on the gas. The others, whether it was the voltage or what, or whether it was me just being rusty, you know, just not as clean along the bottom edge as this one is. So I'll probably leave the gas settings at that. Okay, so that is it. Real happy with how it welded straight out of the box. I only did 4 welds and I'd be pretty happy with them. It's definitely going to get a workout when we start our Datsun project. So I will leave a link in the description to R-Tech's website. They were good enough to give us 5% off, which, considering we're a tiny channel and don't offer much promotional you know, clout, then we appreciate that. And also they're a company that do support a lot of good projects, such as, you know, Red Victor 3. If you've ever seen that car, they supported him a lot getting to the 5-second mark. So check out R-Tech's website and also subscribe if you want to see us tackle this Datsun project. Cheers.